On February 24th, 1978, 5 men from Yuba County, Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, Ted Madruga, Jackie Hewitt, and Gary Mathias, vanished after attending a college basketball game in Chico, California, in a case so strange and unsettling that it's often called America's Dyatlov Pass. The men, all between 24 and 32 and living with mild intellectual disabilities or mental health issues, were known as the Yuba City Boys and were excitedly preparing for their own basketball tournament the next day. So when their car was found abandoned deep in the Plumas National Forest, on a snowy mountain road they had no reason to be on, investigators were immediately puzzled because the group had no experience with the outdoors and had absolutely no reason to drive up a dangerous mountain pass in the middle of the night. Months later, as the snow melted, the bodies of 4 of the men were discovered in increasingly haunting conditions. 3 were found scattered in the forest, while Ted's body was found inside a remote Forest Service trailer 20 miles from the abandoned car, where he had survived for weeks, slowly starving to death, despite the cabin containing enough canned food and fuel to last all 5 men an entire year. And investigators couldn't understand why a man so close to survival never touched most of the supplies. The men's shoes, clothes, and belongings were scattered in odd, almost ritualistic patterns, and one of the 5, Gary Mathias, was never found at all, leading to theories that he either fled into the wilderness or was responsible for something darker that night. The car itself wasn't stuck. The engine worked and the gas tank was nearly full, yet the men simply walked away from it in freezing temperatures, leaving no clear footprints, no reason, and no explanation for why they entered a remote mountain wilderness in the first place. Over the years, theories have ranged from foul play to a violent encounter with a stranger, to Gary Mathias experiencing a psychotic episode, or even the group being chased by something or someone forcing them into the woods, but none of the theories account for all the bizarre details. Why they headed up the mountain, why they abandoned the car, why they didn't use the supplies in the cabin, why Gary vanished completely, or how 5 men who feared the dark and hated cold ended up dying slowly in the wilderness. Decades later, the case remains frozen in mystery, a chilling reminder that sometimes people vanish, not because of where they are, but because of who or what finds them along the way.